Hi Aquarius, welcome into another general weekly reading for you. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing out there. As always, there's a ton of noise and energy in this park right now, but this is meant to be for the week of the 18th to the 24th of November, so just keep that in mind. I did pre-pull 3 main overall oracle energies. We're utilizing the Divine Animals Oracle deck today. You're beginning with the amazing positive card of Peacock, Prosperity. I feel this is going to be a very prosperous week for you naturally. You're going to find that hard work from the past and currently is paying off. You're feeling protected is kind of the energy I'm getting here. You're feeling at peace in the midst of Mother Nature for some drawn to the reading. But I do sense that you're needing to, at certain points, you're feeling the desire to escape where you are physically. Whether it's an energy shift that took place negatively, it could be, you're just needing a new set of surroundings. It's somewhere you're meant to be as far as gaining messages or one in particular of importance, a realization or a remembrance moment coming to be. But there's a nice balance, Aquarius, throughout the week of you showing off, putting yourself out there into the limelight, the spotlight, showing people what you're made out of, how good looking and kind in nature you are. But then other points where you're, as I'm being drawn to this peacock here, not showing off. You're doing the complete opposite. You're choosing to retract, to stay hidden in that moment, or do this and that, in a very independent way. Have your alone time, rest and heal, maybe enjoy and appreciate that prosperity in different forms. But I am getting the fact that you are, with this card here, the Sacred Abyss card, you're learning a lot throughout the week in regards to the past, currently, and for the future. And this can feel like a lot, but I feel like, as my finger just got stuck, there is a door of golden success it's going to be different for everybody, and that's going to open in the near future, even if it has somewhat been sparked already. And I do sense that you're going to be learning more about that. For some, it's a relationship. I did have the companionship card before, but I decided to put it back and I swapped it out with the peacock card. But as well, I feel there is a new door opening for career for some. It could be, investment like where to live, regardless, they're saying we have been working around the clock at a distance and up close to make sure that this is prepared for, that this goes smoothly, that this ends up being the divine situation that you're meant for. You're also learning more about what you want and what you need, I feel, or maybe one or the other. But there are different levels of success throughout the week that you can't help but feel are being assisted, even naturally coming to be because of your spiritual connection and your intuition. You're going to as well find with the gorilla card on the board, peace is such a highlight. It's definitely a priority. You can't help but feel at peace in regards to things that have come to an end, things that haven't really picked up or gotten off the ground fully. But I feel you're going to be, thinking about what you've turned your back to. It could be in a small sense, large sense, you name it, or somewhere in between. But the world at large is on some of your minds. It's like I wasn't thinking about that in social media or TV, the news for some. Please don't overdo with that. Is bringing that to the forefront of your awareness, at least for that moment or two. But then there are other moments throughout the week where in the midst of gaining prosperity and you're learning a ton once again, you're thinking about your world, your Aquarian bubble, your path. How has it changed recently? How has that benefited you? What do you think should be changing moving forward? Habits are taking a highlight. Beginning again is, with the number 1 up here, if you can see it, is definitely a part of your week. 414, look up the angel number meaning, 414. I just heard, let me do this. I think it'll help. And I feel Spirit saying, well, I guarantee that's an intuitive moment for you. And as the sun does start to warm up on my face, I'm hearing the message of let the sun shine down upon you. You might, like myself, have Leo within your chart, but regardless, it feels like there are moments of warmth and peace once again. There's sunny spotlights, moments, experiences, success. But the 3 of Wands and the Ace of Cups, let's look forward and expect the best in regards to, I want to say, what this new door is representing for you, okay? New experiences to follow the opening and the walking through that door, and just feeling a golden light in regards to it being so meant to be, being so purposeful and right for you. And for some, it's a long time coming in regards to whatever that is going to be for you. And so they're saying you need to be, I'm here righting wrongs, but it wasn't what I was going to say, as the noise is getting to me a bit. The Seven of Cups coming out at the bottom of the deck, because I sense that they're saying regardless you have a lot of options, but there's a ton on your mind. I mean, tying back into the learning card and you being motivated and hardworking, but it's a week, my friend, where you are getting a lot accomplished. I didn't say that already. It's like your priority list is growing. Your to-do list, if you will, if not multiple, is growing. You might be someone like myself where you check something off and then you decide to add something else on, so it feels like you're never really lessening your load on your plate, on your shoulders. But they're also saying, and I've done this recently, of course, accomplish, be productive, you know, most days out of the week, if not all, for some ultra motivated souls out there. But you may want to implement, like I have been, taking one bigger task, accomplishment, and letting that be for one day, you know what I mean? And then, you know, say there's another accomplishment, you know, being realistic in the midst of which, utilize that next day to get it done, right? Or in the next 2 days. And so therefore you're more so spacing things out, you know, where your control does lie. I get some things do have timely timestamp on them, you know, interesting to me to say that. You may have to get it done by a certain time period, but you get the point. Just a suggestion. What else do we have? The Seven of Pentacles. I mean, no shocker there, putting in the work and seeing the results. Your hard work from the past, once again, is helping you gain prosperity. There's a foundation, or roots of importance for a lot drawn to the reading that's helping you gain abundance. I sense you're thinking about what you don't feel satisfied within your world. You're thinking about what you are not pleased with. It could even be something that you're not wrapped up with throughout the week per se. But for the majority, you are, at least at a certain point or two. Now, they want you to be a little bit goofy at certain points, like the Libra reading I just did. Even Taurus's reading, for that matter, if I remember correctly. It's like you're not enjoying the week as much as you could be. You're just kind of leaving yourself at certain points peaceful, once again, but maybe a bit blah. Disconnected, longing for this and that. And so then take a moment and ask yourself, well, with what's at hand, do I need to change what I'm doing in the moment? Do I need to change my approach, my mindset? You know what I mean? Do I need to stop overthinking for some? You're needing to bring the joy into the process at hand, and therefore see different results because of it. What else do we have for Aquarius? Your third eye is wide open at this time, is now what I'm getting. Your third eye is helping you move forward with confidence, to better figure things out, to navigate strategically. You're going to be thinking about how randomly it's meant to open up more so, and Spirit's saying, for some drawn to the reading, I know that can feel wild because it's already quite open, but it will, my friend. What else do we have? What in the world? The Knight of Pentacles, like George of the Jungle up here. Anyways, I feel you're moving quite slowly at certain points. You're thinking about slow progression. They're saying at times prosperity comes in, and it doesn't have to be super fast growth for that social media account or your business, or quickly gaining all of this money and success within your job, or or fast progression within that connection. They're saying sometimes what is progressing slowly even maybe has space in between the moments of connecting, accomplishing, gaining, growth. Once again, that's meant to go the distance. You know what I mean? Because, what's the old saying? When something grows too quickly, it sometimes can be put out. That fire can be put out just as quickly. You know what I mean? Regardless of how soon after, you know, that growth and whatnot comes to be. So just, you know, take that with a grain of salt and just remember that, yeah, what's meant to last is going to last. They're saying, period. What else do we have? It's like you're not really forcing it. I'm getting that, you know, for some in general, you're not forcing it. You just don't feel, and you've learned over time, remembered, when I force it, I create more difficulty. I create maybe a tug of war or just stagnancy, blockage. I maybe create a continuation or a new situation that is not meant to be, or at least isn't at this point. The Six of Pentacles, Aquarius, absolutely beautiful. You're gaining that, let's just say abundance at this point. But it feels like there's abundance transitioning into prosperity, right? You may at certain points feel, all right, I gained this amazing piece of a reward, right? Or a reward in general. I'm seeing my hard work paying off, like we've been mentioning. I don't want the ball to stop rolling. I want it to start more so snowballing. Okay, I'm hearing I can't give up on myself, but you're needing to know that just because you take a day or two throughout the week to rest, just because you choose to not put in consistent effort to the furthest extent to the potential of burnout, doesn't mean that you are not going to see the prosperity you deserve. Space for some allows for the hearts to grow fonder, to remember this and that of importance, to go through personal healing and growth, to come back together, you know, a better version of yourself, you know what I mean? To then work as a team. If it's more career related, you're going to then be creating and developing, accomplishing more strategically, a better quality work because you gave yourself time in between, you know what I mean? So being very intuitive and whatnot, you're needing to obviously trust what you feel, when to get things done, when not to, when to take a break, when not to, when to reach out to that person and when to hold back, for someone to open the app and when not to. Anyways, you get the point. Space and time and resting and healing and disconnecting even is not a bad thing. It's even necessary at certain points. Flopping onto the ground. The Knight of Cups, I just felt so peaceful in the midst of grabbing that. It was just like, yeah, I'll get it done. I'll go grab that. It almost got away, but I just don't need to force it once again. Doesn't mean you don't put in the effort, you know what I mean? But some of which are thinking about a lack of a love-filled connection, even if you already met that person. But then they're saying, if that's the case, I do feel, being drawn to this reading, your knight in shining armor or your counterpart is, you know, going to be part of your world in the near future. Now, you're going to need to be honest with yourself. Where have you been overdoing it? Where have you been underdoing it? And what do you need to release? And how can you best proceed within that situation that's meant to continue at least for a while to make sure that it goes to your advantage? You know what I mean? To not risk an early ending because you didn't trust your intuition, because you didn't remember certain experiences, even mistakes from the past. And I want to say successful approaches and changes that you can now be utilizing to your advantage. Because we need you to do your part. Anyways, I do sense that you, in those ways, but also in other ways, planning for the future, thinking about how to better your health as well, to make sure that that connection of importance, even if you don't have them in your life, it goes the distance, doesn't get burdened or weighed down or ruined because you're not the healthiest version of yourself. Or even, you know, we could apply that to career once again, your home situation, and not to forget that naturally taking care of your health being your wealth, or one form of which, is going to positively affect every single aspect, every area of your life. And you know this, but you need to remember it and therefore put action into it. Anyways, moving on to the Ace of Wands. A lot of new beginnings, my friend. You may feel like this is a week of new passion, okay? You may feel like this is a week where you're meant to be approaching things differently, like we, I believe, have been saying it. You're going to be gaining a ton of peace and attention, a lot of peaceful messages, learning coming through. But it's a week where they're saying you are gaining that prosperity, being the overall 2 messages, okay? So if this was truly helpful, please don't forget to book a personal reading with myself. Everything is down below. You just have to shoot me a quick email. You won't regret it. I am sending you so much love and light. Until the next time I do read for you, Aquarius, do take care.